Hi guys, I'm Push Sirohi and today we're gonna discuss about Agile. Actually, Agile is not a terminology, it's a way of working actually. So in Agile there is only one question, how do I get better? So being Agile means being able to navigate complexity with speed and clarity. Agile thinking eliminates unneeded process and artificial boundaries to fuel a culture of collaboration, helping us to focus on what matters most to our clients. Agile changes the way team works, but it also requires a drastic change in how we lead teams. As leaders, we cannot ask and expect our teams to be agile while we continue to operate the same way as we always have. So, leaders need to get out of the command and control and reactive mindset and move towards servant leadership where they focus on forming small end-to-end team, removing blocks and helping team manage work in progress. Leaders should create a productive work environment, set the priorities and then let the team do the work. So today leader nurture an agile culture by setting a clear purpose, constructing small cross-functional teams, leveraging co-located teams and enabling virtual teams, encouraging teams to be self-directed and holding them accountable, involving stakeholders in defining success, tapping into diverse network for ideas, ruthlessly prioritize, delivering the minimum viable product, then iterating, seeking input and feedback, creating a safe environment for breakthrough, insight, and innovation, challenging assumptions. So, right now, IBM CEO is Arvind Krishnan. Her predecessor was Ginny Rometty, who said that it's all about working in an agile way. We do that in many parts of IBM today, but we are scaling it at an enterprise level. So, being agile, there are three important aspects of being agile are innovation. Innovation is more than just having great ideas. It is the ability to turn a great idea into a new product or a new way of doing things. Achieving this means creating the right condition for innovations to flourish. Research shows that the innovation starts at top. Leaders set the tone not only by fostering a climate that encourage innovation but also by encouraging people to put forward new ideas without hesitation. Then speed is another terminology. Team members with innovative ideas can be hampered by bureaucracy and tight budget. Leaders find the resources, gain approval, and override processes that hobble a promising data. Then flexibility. Competition is tougher than ever, and clients are demanding more. Being rigid about processes, plans, solutions, or ideas in no way to win, leaders must be flexible to lead the change needed to succeed. Same, the most important thing is Agile's principle. Agile principles differ somewhat from those you may find elsewhere. We have created three principles to reflect our company's values in IBM. So it's being with clarity about the outcome, let it guide every step along the way. Knowing your goal will help your daily decisions on track. Deciding where you want to end up gives you clarity about what you need to do today. Then second is listen, iterate, learn and course correct rather than wait until it's perfect. As you move toward your goal, new information may require you to re-examine them. Being agile means being flexible to make adjustment, to iterate and evolve. While it's important to have the outcome in mind, it's equally important to adopt quickly. Encourage self directions for teams to unleash innovation instead of concentrating leadership in the hands of select few. Leaders need to empower team members to make decisions. Leaders need to prioritize rather than micromanage. Leaders need to provide clarity, then stay out of the way. The companies has the talent which good coaching can vitalize. So we have to focus on agile way. So there are three things all leaders need to do well. Then get out of the way of the team that do the work. The first is set clarity of purpose. If we give our team purpose and let them solve the problems, talented people will do that. The second is to create a productive environment. It is more than just the physical, it is the technology, the leadership, and the practices team can use to get better. The third is to inspire our teams to do great work. If we do those three things, we will inspire greatness and become coaches rather than directors of the work. Agile leaders can rapidly adjust their leadership style into any situation. They faced head on the difficulties and discomfort the change and uncertainty can bring. They seek feedback and use both failure and successes as just for learning and development. They are also committed to creating agile teams and organizations and helping those around them become more effective. So, agile's leadership principles. So, like leaders can help team members become more agile. They can start by modeling agile action and integrating agile practices into their own work. The five agile leadership principles to begin with are clarity in purpose, set up teams for success, optimize value and flow, govern for greatness, drive innovation. As leader, you should walk the talk and lead by example. Get started by using the foundational practice described below. Like one is conduct stand-up meetings. Stand-up meetings are 5 to 15 minutes get together with your team. They help team member focus, promote communicating, and check in on team members' productivity. Team members should answer three questions: what did you do yesterday? What will you do today? What could be the blockers for me? Stand-up meeting encourage team members to support one another to meet daily goals. They are effective way to encourage your team to excel. So it's better to be agile, and they are an effective way to encourage your team to excel and explore ways to get the job done faster. Inspect and adopt with Showcase. Showcase demonstrate the newest iteration to the product owner and stakeholder. It is meant to be a comfortable environment to examine progress, get feedback, and discuss any course corrections. Use retrospectives. The end of the iteration present an opportunity for an agile team to reflect on its performance and look for the way to improve. It can be through of as a lesson learned meeting rather than focus on what the team is building. The retrospective focus on how the team is working. Schedule time 30 to 60 minutes at the end of every iteration to conduct a retrospective discussions to focus on three questions: what worked well, what did not work well, what is puzzling us. Then a whole team is required to have all skills needed to deliver an acceptable products. This is often referred to as a cross-functional teams. Core team members are fully dedicated, while extended team members are available when needed. The team must be committed and focused to deliver business value. Then story cards. Story cards capture used requirements in a small chunk so the team can understand, design, and build the solutions within the team constant of a single iteration. Duration: a single story can take up to 15 minutes to craft. Set aside a good amount of time, like 2 or 3 hours, to attack several stories that will complete a hell or epic. Frequency: every time a new user requirement is identified, you must create a story for it, or you can revise and modify stories periodically so you can keep the backlog fresh. Tools: index cards or post-its, or you are doing this on a physical wall or Kanban or some sort of software like Hardizy or like Trello, when you can create stories or cards that can be moved around. Then planning poker is also a crowd-based technique for estimating the amount of effort or relative size of a story. The goal is not to develop an indisputable estimate, but rather obtain a collaborative estimate in fast and cost-effective way, capitalizing on the wisdom of the crowd. Iteration planning. So the team collaborate to select, understand, estimate, and commit in the work to be done in upcoming iteration. We know that one of the key roles of a leader is to manage work that is being defined, work that is in progress, and work that is complete. So we seek to spend most of our time trying to cram in much as we can into the pipelines. Yet we may not be getting our work done efficiently because so much is just in progress rather than getting done. And that's a reason where agile comes in picture. Through agile way of working, we can focus on the in progress item and convert them to done. As a leader, when you relentlessly prioritize and focus on one thing at a time, you can accomplish more. For leaders, prioritizing also means having the courage to say no. Co-creating with our clients may be the most effective way of prioritizing their needs. Progress is all about the first iteration, the minimum viable product. Ask yourself what the first and most important thing you can deliver is based on the timelines you have set. The next iteration, are continual improvement achieved by maintaining a clear purpose, absorbing feedback, and involving stakeholders. I hope you understand Agile here, and for better understanding of Agile, you must aware about design thinking, Kanban, and I already made the videos on Kanban and about design thinking. I'll introduce design thinking in a while with you guys. Thank you guys. I hope it will help you out to understand Agile.